Welcome, Amakhosi Network. Welcome to the channel. Today, I am going to throw something at you guys that a lot of you are going to call me a cow. A lot of you are going to say, this is why I don't like this channel. This guy trying to clue me nonsense. I know. But we're here to discuss a lot of things. And one thing I'm going to be discussing today is, should Nabi consider trying to train Maart to be somewhat of a right back and see what it looks like? Even if it's just one game, I want to know if it would work out. But before we get into that, please like, comment, and subscribe. Please, guys, subscribe to the channel. I don't often say too much, but, subscribe. We need those numbers. We need to get to 10K. Hopefully, we get to 10K this year. But yeah, look, it's as simple as this. How I got to this conclusion of Matt maybe possibly being a right back is I've been watching Dion Hotto, and the way Dion Hotto plays as a left back, and then you'll find him as a left wing and then a right wing, but his primary position that he was playing when he came to South Africa, Bidvest Vets and all of that, is he was playing as a left wing, or sometimes right wing, wherever you want to say, but generally he was known as a person who can assist and score goals. Then when he got to Pirates, maybe they did it a bit at Wits, but I just saw it more at Pirates. When he got at Pirates, he started as like an offensive player, but they just converted him to be a left back. And when he became a left back, honestly, the captain of Pirates has been sitting bench because of Dion Hotto. Dion Hotto made Innocent Mayela sit bench. So that is how well Dion Hotto was doing. And also it didn't help that Marco was getting injuries. But you can see Joseph Rivero still prefers Dion Hotto over Marco. So that tells you how good he's doing. So I came up with this thing. I was like, you know what? We're having somewhat of a right and left back crisis, right? And a lot of us have seen that Frosler tends to be able to be one of the players who can fit into the left back position and do fairly well in that position. There hasn't been another player who we've seen do well, and this is why I'm saying this. Cross struggles with pace, they always beat him, etc. We know Cross's story. Mashiane, let's say in history, he's been bad defensively. Mashiane is a good player to go forward, but defensively, it's also a question mark. We saw against SuperSport, same things that were happening to Cross kind of happened to Mashiane. But Mashiane in the last couple of weeks has been a better option than Cross. It's just that Nabi likes Cross because Cross is a hard-working player. So if Nabi, let's say for the Sundowns game, were to start Frosler at left back, I've been wondering, imagine if they shift Ublom from a right back to a center mid when Maart plays, and then play Maart as a right back. Why? A lot of you are going to be like, why? He can't even play that position. Because Maart is a hard-working player. The only problem with Matt is that sometimes he loses his position. But hard work, you cannot take away from him. So maybe it will be a thing where we say you just have to stay at the back. You don't move forward. You protect the back four. And a lot of you are going to be like, you're talking nonsense. Guys, if you remember correctly, last season there was instances where Matt did play right back. He did play right back. I think there were times we got like a red card or something like that. And Matt did go play right back, or there was an injury. He did go play right back and he played fairly well. So my thing is that I personally would like to see what it would look like, because we know Solomons is injured and we need someone to cover the left back position. And I wouldn't want to put Matt at that left back position just because it's a difficult position to play as a right-footed player. But Frosler has experience playing it. That's why I'm more comfortable with him playing there. So the next option that is there is also to promote the DDC player. I think it's Hosana, the boy who's a left back there. It's just going to be tough that the next game is Sundowns. So Yeah, it will be difficult to bring Hosana up to start a game against Sundowns, but that boy has an engine, which is what I like about him. He's fast, he has an engine. I think he could do fairly well. You guys will let me know what you think about that. But yeah, I just don't think Nabi and them are going to bring a youngster to a Sundowns game at this moment. So I think Nabi and them will rather have experienced players. And for me personally, if Nabi and them even had an interest in this Hosanna boy, they would have brought him in long time ago when we saw Cross is faulting, we saw Mashian is faulting. They decided to even bring Ditlokwe in to fill in for those guys. So there has been a lot of time for them to bring this boy, which means is that maybe they don't have that kind of trust in him, because I think the boy has trained with the team, but they just don't have trust in him. So there's that as well. Me personally, I like how the boy plays. I think I don't know, but I think the biggest issue is that he might have a cross issue, getting excited and going forward, because he loves going forward. Like, going forward is his thing, and he's like, going forward, he almost reminds you of how Percy Tau plays going forward. Sometimes the way he runs and the way he looks and stuff like that. But anyway, so that is what I wanted to ask about Matt playing at right back. Is it possible? Would it work just so Frosler can play at left back? Or is it a thing where if Frosler does go play left back, we just bring Quinica to play the role that he's always played? In last season, he was playing right back. So Quinica has also filled that role. So Quinica can come in and do that role. The other thing that people that we've been suggesting is that Dudley played the whole of last season basically as a left back at Cape Town Spurs, and he played great. He had a great season being a left back because Clayton Daniels, etc., were centre backs at Cape Town Spurs. So he had a good year at left back. So if you play Dudley at left back, then Miguel and Msimango as the center backs, and then Frosler at right back, it's also a solid game to have. Because if you remember correctly, before Msimango joined Kaizer Chiefs, one of his best games of the season, when he was his last season with TS Galaxy, was actually against Sundowns. He locked Sundowns down in one of the games before he joined Chiefs. So Msimango is not afraid of big occasions. So this might be one of those moments where he shows up and shows what he's made of. And yeah, so that's another option that we could have. But other than that, it's going to be an interesting season to fill out this left back position. I don't know how it's going to work out. But other than that, I see that Chiefs has extended Castillo for one more year. I'm not too sure if I'm happy. I don't know if it's a matter of, do they want to sell Castillo to another team? I don't know. Or does Nabi truly believe in what Castillo can do for him? Because I think from what I saw, we only have now one foreign spot left. And the other player who I think doesn't deserve to hold the foreign spot at Chiefs is Ntwari, the goalkeeper. So with him, like I always say, it's a simple deal with him. It's not a complicated deal to get Ntwari out of Chiefs. It's a very simple deal with him. You go to Chippa United, you say, Chippa United, let's have a swap deal. We will give you Ntwari, you give us Nwabali. It's finish and clear. When you go there, you say, we'll give you Ntwari and we will take Nwabali, but we will give you an extra 7 million to get Nwabali. You see? So then that means that you're going to pay 7 million or something around there for Nwabali, who could cost you even close to 15 million. But because you're using Ntwari as a deal there, you say, look, we're not going to leave you empty-handed. We're going to give you a goalkeeper. You just give us your goalkeeper. So it's a win-win. You don't lose out. We don't lose out. Your position doesn't change that much. The only difference that the goalkeeper that we giving you maybe wouldn't be defined as the best. You know? So that's what I wanted to say about that. Chiefs needs to do business smart. And I feel like they are messing up this Nwabali moment because Nwabali looks like he's ready for the next step. And yeah, I don't know why Chiefs can't make this. Just swap the guy, man. Hey, anyway, Amakhosi.